Going to be doing a how to change your oil. I got a 2009 Crown Vic, step by step, real quick. First step, get the vehicle up to temperature. I ran the car a few minutes. If you need it with any one of your vehicles, you need a jack. I just jack one side of it, because if you look under here, oil drain plug right here is on this side, so it helps it flow out a little bit better. Things you're gonna need: your new oil. I'm gonna change the filter as well, the funnel, and stuff to catch your oil in, and also correct size socket. Mine is a 5/8, but depending on what your vehicle is, might change. First things first, get your oil pan underneath the drain plug. Second, loosen your drain plug. I already broke it loose because I can't hold on camera. Once it starts dripping out, make sure the pan's underneath. Now, depending, oil might be a little hot, so just careful. And it'll start to flow out. Now, what you want to check on your plug is this very end of it right here. It's a magnet, so make sure that's free and clear. You might have some debris on it, otherwise set that aside. Wait for your oil to start to drain out. While we're waiting for that to drain, we'll take off our oil filter. All three things right here are oil wrenches. Well, oil filter wrenches. Here, this one actually fits my oil filter. And this is the one I had for a truck because it fits a little bit bigger and tightens down. I'll show you how to do that here. So we want to locate your oil filter. Mine's right down in here. Right there. So you're going to bring an oil wrench down, oil filter wrench. Down there, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Break it loose. There we go. Just loosen it up. So you can see oil's barely dripping from there. Anybody who says they do a complete oil change is lying to you. That's good enough for me since I got the car tilted already. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that back in. Just hand tighten it for now. Come over here. We'll locate that oil filter, whether it's easier to get from the top or the bottom. Mine's right here, looking from the bottom. So I already loosened it up. Go ahead and take it off. Pull that oil pan underneath if you have to move it. Oil is going to start flowing down like it is now. And that's okay. Try and keep it up. Oil's going to come out there a little bit. Tip the oil filter over, set it down. Let that finish draining out. What you're going to do now is take your new oil filter. I already put a little bit of oil inside of it. You don't got to fill it all the way up, just a little bit halfway. Take some of the new oil that you have, put on your finger or anything like that. Lubricate that gasket so we create that seal. Oil is done running out. Take your new filter, get it up in there. Thread it on. Now, oil filters are supposed to be hand tight, so just get it hand tight. Don't grab one of those wrenches and torque it down. Just nice and snug. Alright, that's good. Pull your oil pan and your has your filter on it too out of there. Now, tighten down your drain plug I know it requires you to torque it down, but for the sake of me, 90% of people who do it themselves are not gonna use a torque wrench themselves. Snug it up, make sure it doesn't move anywhere. Little calibrated elbow. Alright, move my oil pan from underneath. Out. Let the car down. Come over to your oil fill cap on the engine. Take that off. Put your filter in. If you don't have a filter, just make sure you have a nice smooth pour. Now, depending on where you go and get your oil, depending on what viscosity you need and how much you need, mine's about 4.5 quarts is a 5-quart jug. But also, since I'm changing the filter too, making up the difference for that. Let you know I got all this poured. And again, whatever viscosity you need, sometimes it's right there on the oil cap. I need 5W20. And the amount, any auto parts store or Walmart or anything like that though too, they should have a book or a little digital screen, year, make, and model, plug all that in, and it'll tell you what oil filter you need, what kind of oil you need, and how much. So filter's on, drain plug's in, cap's on. Start it up and see where we're sitting at for oil. Okay, I ran it for a couple minutes. Come over to your oil dipstick. Take it out. Wipe it off real quick. I'm trying to do this all one-handed, so bear with me. Put it back in. Make sure your car is level as you can get it. Come out. Look at it. About right in the middle from of those hashes. And just for a reference, these hashes on your dipstick generally mean, sorry if you can see in between the holes, generally mean 1 quart. So if it's in between those 2 holes on the hashes, you need to add a 1/2 quart to get up to that second hole. If it's all the way down on that bottom hole, it means it needs a quart. So just for gee whiz. Alright, if your oil level's all good and caps are all on, you're good to go. Thanks for watching.